All right, welcome to our mini training on customer care when we start people with plexus. Oh, that didn't show. Hold on. I'm screen sharing. There. Now, can you guys tell me, do you see the Facebook page? Diane, can you give me a thumbs up? You're the only one who has your
I can see it.
You can see it? Okay, thank you. All right, so starting people on the plexus journey with products, it's different if you start them with just the skincare, right? There's not a lot of follow-up to do with that. Or if they just take the pink drink, there's not a huge amount of follow-up to do with that. But there's a difference between our, is it recording? Just double checking. I think I hit record. Yeah. Our hunger control slim, and our microbiome activating. I've had people detox from both, but more so from the prebiotic one, because this one is much more powerful with the extra prebiotics and the alpha lipoic acid. They can detox pretty bad. So that's why we recommend starting with a half a stick on the charts. And then the hunger control, there again, they can start with half, but usually this is pretty safe to start in a full stick. When people mix these up, this is harder to mix because of the fiber in it. So I recommend, to start with room temperature water and use a blender bottle and shake it up. Or if you use ice cold water, it's going to clump. So I do have a video on my YouTube. If you go there, you can find where I show actually to turn, put the blender bottle at a slant so you have more surface area so you don't just clump it on. So anyway, that's just some little customer care things. But usually, I don't know if you guys want to put in the chat, like, what have you signed up most people with? Tell me what combo. And starting, now we have the health quiz to use. So with your referral link, you can give a health quiz, and the health quiz is just, I got to read it here, but if you go to your back office as a VIP, you can find your quiz. And what I recommend is to take that link and copy and paste it and put it in your notes so you have it handy. So if someone's curious, you can say, hey, you can take my health quiz. And then when it recommends, you answer some questions. When it recommends the welcome packs, the combos, just screenshot it. Don't order. Screenshot it and send it to me, and I'll get us in a 3-way chat with my sponsor, and we'll help make sure it's the right fit for you. Because I always remind people, it's a computer thinking, it's not a person thinking. And the computer doesn't always ask, if they're regular or not, or all those kind of things. So I'm just looking up the link. Okay, right. Do you guys have pen and paper? Write this down. So the health quiz link is just https:// join.plexusworldwide.com/ your name, whatever it is. Mine is Healthy Marla / quiz. So for all of us, it's the same. It's just that your website is in there instead of my website. Okay. You can't find it in your back office. Any questions about that? Did you guys put in the chat what you've signed most people up with? Or just unmute yourself since there's not very many. Just what's the majority? Just tell me, what do you usually sign up people with?
The triplex.
Hunger control or microbiome activating? Would you say it's more than?
I guess it kind of depends on what their health goal is. I kind of do that. And then if they, don't really say, sometimes I just tell them about the flavors in case they have a real, really don't like the citrus or, so kind of have them pick by flavor.
Yeah. Diane, what about you? I think Have most of your people been triplex? Oh, you're muted.
Yes, the triplex with the microbiome mainly, yes.
Okay. And Connie's probably all, I saw you got a new one today, Connie. Congrats.
Yes, and I did recommend, she filled out the, where you're going, I think right now, the or what you'd like Plexus to help with. And then I recommended from there, so I recommended the weight loss advanced combo. And then the hunger control, so.
Good, good. Yes, so these are in our media or slash albums. It's also in the files, but I created graphics because they're easier to see and put them here. But if you go to files, this is called onboarding option 2 for this one right here. And this is a tool we use as a third-party tool pretty much to find out, like if someone's curious about the products, to say, hey, would you just look at some symptoms, check off the ones you're dealing with, and then we'll be able to better customize kind of where you're at. And then go through these questions. You know, are you currently taking any medications? Yes or no? If they are, what is it for? Because sometimes they're on medication, they just rattle them off and you know, you think it might be for high blood pressure, but maybe it's not. So have them make sure that you're asking them what they're on it for. And then, yeah, are you interested in hosting a health and wellness party to earn extra $200 to $1,000? And here now we have, ask them if they, you know, want to have a messenger chat, or let them know that we have messenger chats that we're going to put them in so that they can learn more about gut health and about our products and hear some of the testimonies of people on our team. Okay. So that's part of customer care, is letting them know about our big team. You're not alone helping these people, you guys. And then just saying, you know, I'm going to put us in a 3-way chat with my sponsor. Don't make it weird. Like, is it okay if I put you in a 3-way chat? Because if you ask for their permission, they're going to think it's weird. So the more your belief is high, the more they're going to think it's normal. So it's, if we were selling leggings, we wouldn't need to do this, but this is health. So yeah, this tool here is invaluable, and you can have it then in your records. So when you start, I kept paper documents like this all the time. Now I do it in my planner. And as you, if you choose to work this as a business and it keeps growing, you're going to do things differently as you grow, right? So any questions about this tool? And have you used it before? Connie, is it your first time that you've used it? Was today?
No, actually, I've sent it to a couple other people, and I've tried to follow it. I've printed them out before when we had them.
Okay.
For the, yeah, so I keep track.
Yeah. And we've used a graphic with all the symptoms. It's the same information. It's just that we actually, Leah made this one into the different columns and easier to have, you know, make it a document, working document anyway. Any questions about this? Okay. This one is another tool to use when onboarding, starting somebody, just to have everything in one place. Now, you want to ask the dreaded, are you regular question, right? How often do you poop? I was never going to say the word poop, but I talk about it so openly now. Because a lot of people, like, just if you say, are you regular? Some people say, yeah. So be more detail specific, like, do you eliminate, you know, 2 to 3 times a day? What's the norm for you? Because a lot of people go once a week and think it's normal. So depending on their family and their background and all that. So you want to make sure that you're clear in that. And we want to get them going regularly before we start them on that ProBio 5. So the BioCleanse is necessary to get a larger bottle if they're not poopers. So, And then drinking water. Are you good about drinking water? That's too vague. You need to say, do you drink half your body weight in ounces a day of water? Do you think you can drink close to that? You know, and just say, that's our goal. And if they say, I had somebody start you guys a month ago who only drinks pop and coffee. That she told me, if I drink water, it has to be seltzer water. And she showed me what she was drinking. It was full of sugar. So, but she's come a long way. But, you know, I always say, start now with like 2 20-ounce glasses a day of water. And so we gradually worked up to the half her body weights. You know, we can't expect people to, you know, run the marathon if they haven't even trained. So it's the same idea. Are they allergic to shellfish? The reason that's in there is because Ease, I should probably add that in there. Ease has New Zealand green lip mussel. So if they have a shellfish allergy, that's something they wouldn't be able to take. Are they on thyroid meds? Because if they are, they have to alter their supplements from there. Heart medications. Okay, so this has to be updated because it says no accelerator, which we don't have anymore, but you don't want to have Metaburn is something that definitely I wouldn't have people go on because it's a thermogenic. So, but again, this is where your three-way chat will come in handy. If you're new to sharing, this is the things you're not gonna, you know to ask. Are you on any anxiety, depression meds? And then we always recommend that they, show the ingredient list to their doctor if they're being monitored for anything, or a pharmacist. And then, yeah, if they know of anybody, the question here for an accountability partner, it's our job to tell them your first 30 days, when you start, you get a membership benefit of having a referral link. And if you share and bless 3 people and they decide to order, you can also upgrade to be a brand ambassador and earn almost 400 cash. Okay, but they would need to upgrade to do that. But the referral, if they choose not to, they get $20 product credit. So each time they share it, each time somebody orders 100 PV. And then asking for a shout out on social media. Now that has to become more the norm, because this is a social media selling business, right? And we attract people that we don't even know are watching. There's so many on my team that I did not have a clue they were looking at, or that they need these products. So getting a shout out on social media, if you just say, hey, if I help write up something, would you want to post this on social media just to see if you have anybody who's, maybe wants to try this as well. So, and then they can give out samples or whatever, and they can tag you in it, or however you want to do it. And that these products are meant to be taken and being coached with them and being taken consistently, because they are plant-based, and it takes at least, I would say, 3 months to see results a lot of times. And that's consistently taking the products. So the 3-way chats are another way that we check in. So whenever you're the sponsor, you want to make sure that you're checking in there weekly. Like, hey, tell me, are you getting your regimen, your products in every day? How's the water drinking going? Are you noticing more energy? Not just, hey, how's it going? That's just very broad, because then people are like, oh, I don't know what to say. You got to make your questions more specific about, what we want, like the non-scale victories that we know we get with these products. Energy all day, not craving your pop, not craving your coffee, waking up with energy, going to the bathroom regularly, all those things. So consistency, hydration, and communication is key to success. And that's so true with these products. People that stop or quit and say they don't work are the ones that did not give it enough time, or were not coached well at the beginning. So any questions about this? Okay, and here's another tool that you can use for follow-up, things to talk to them about. You get a Plexus Perks is another one of the benefits. Being a VIP, they earn and accumulate perk points every time their subscription runs each month. Their first welcome pack order gives them 250 perk points, which is like $25. So that's a big deal. And I used to hate subscriptions until Plexus because I don't like to run out of my products. In fact, I panicked tonight when I went to find active for the event, and I only have a couple active left. So I got to order more. I thought I was out, but anyway, you don't want to run out of your Plexus products. So talking to them about, being a VIP means they click join, they get on a subscription, and that subscription each month earns them these product credits to use towards product down the road that can go into their subscription. If they want to order as a retail or just want to try it one time, they're best to be a retail customer. That means they click shop, there's no subscription, and they pay full price, like a lot of money. I've had one person order retail in 7 years. But if that's what some people just don't like subscriptions and they can afford it and they just don't care, they just want to make a random order, that would be a good place for them to order. But VIPs this month get the free bag of Starfruit Guava Active, which is huge. And then we get their 10% off their welcome pack with SAM 2020 code. And, either they have the 209 bundle or the 109 bundle. And now we can customize the packages. So that's why it's so essential when someone orders that we're on the phone with them or on a Zoom or in person, because I signed up. Actually, the owner of my pool company that built our pool, you guys. And he called, he said, I'm so confused. So, because we were doing it through texting, I said, maybe just call. So then he called and we spent a good 20 minutes just talking about other stuff, but he's signing his wife up tonight because he wants to take advantage of the huge discount that we get. He couldn't believe how cheap it was because they were with another company, Optavia, I think, before. So anyway, so this is your checklist to kind of as a reminder, the triplex dosing chart, which I'll show you that in a second. The Candida detox info. Now that's something we used to do years ago. I don't really send it anymore, but if you want that, I do have that still in my files, but I kind of skipped that. I just talked to him about Candida and detox, and we have a graphic in this album's also on detox. And then if you need more information, you can ask, but we don't want to overload them with too much at the beginning. They'll get information overload too, right? And then the Facebook group, just saying, hey, there's a group that we have events in. We call it our ATM group. We can add, tag, and message people to that we put in there. Like say, there's a ton of testimonies and there's a search bar. You can search headaches, and testimonies will come up with people's headaches, and they can use it as a tool too, so that's our healthy living group, where we have potentials, people that haven't quite ordered yet. We have events in there, all our VIPs and our brand ambassadors. Okay. So our other business group is called Your Road to Diamond, and that's just for people that want to work this as a business, right? So making sure you're following up. Now, like I said, getting them on the phone is huge, or in person. Downloading the Plexus Engage app is on here, but that can't be done until they're actually a brand ambassador. So that has to happen first. But that's something that you'd want to talk to them about. Say, if you decide to be a brand ambassador and want to do this to earn your products free and do a good customer care, there is an app to use as well. And they're updating that app all the time. It's still pretty new. And then our Plexus wallet, you get paid on your own products when you are a brand ambassador every time somebody orders. So it's like residual income. And then our sub club is something we do once in a while in our healthy living. Those that have 100 PV, we do a drawing where people can get their name in for the drawing. And I don't do those every month, but we do, because we do a lot of events or prizes now in our events as well. So here's a little reminder of just, 3 to 4 days after beginning the chart, the dosing chart, what you can follow up with. And you don't have to exactly say it like this, but, kind of be you. And then what stage are you on in the chart? Are you drinking your water? How's your bowel movements? Those kind of things. Before they get their products, like I said, we want to get them in the messenger chat event. We want to get them on our Monday calls or in our group and tag them in a couple things where that relate to their health goals so that they can see someone else that has had success with what they're striving for. Okay. So any questions about this tool?
I have a quick question, Marla.
Mhm.
So today the VIP I enrolled, she does not do Facebook right now because I mentioned about she had, but she closed her account, so she'll think about opening again, but it's been compromised, so she quit. So then what do you recommend?
I have quite a few people too, and yeah, I just invite them to come to do the corporate events, the
Okay.
Why Now, or
Mhm.
in our Zooms. Whenever we have Zoom calls, just to send them a reminder.
Okay, and if you ever see any, I suppose, any information or any testimonies that relate to them, I could.
Oh,
send
yeah,
them.
yeah, then just send it to them separate, yeah. I get on Zoom
Okay.
a lot of times with people, just seeing if they have questions, and then I can screen share and show them, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So that's another idea to do,
Okay.
or if you're in person, you know?
Okay.
Yeah. There's getting to be more and more people that don't do Facebook, so it's something to think about. All right, so this is the chart that is actually 3 pages, and I put it together as one long one on my pic collage, just because I got sick of the 3 pages, but I have it on a PDF on my website actually, but this is that old blue chart that we used to use, only it's just prettier, pretty much. So stages to ease your body into the triplex, you know, so it just explains about listening to your body. You want to starting with BioCleanse if you're not regular. And then it goes into the maintenance dose of stage 6, which after stage 6 of maintenance, it says stage, it should be actually stage 7 actually. But I do have a video on the maintenance dosing and ProBio 5 and BioCleanse also on my YouTube. So, but that's something with your follow-up, you know, once we get them to the 4 ProBio 5, you know, progressively, then, you know, we want to get them into maintenance of anywhere from 1 to 4. And depending on how much sugar they intake. So that can vary by day, actually. You know, when you eat really clean, you can have probably 1 to 2 ProBio 5, and the candida is not going to multiply. Same with the BioCleanse, that's adjustable all the time, and just getting people comfortable with that just takes lots of reminding. You know, we tell them once and we think they're going to remember, but this is all new to them. So, and just like our new ambassadors, if you're new to this, that's why the 3-way chats are vital. It's like your internship, pretty much. But asking questions, making a list of questions for your sponsor, so that when you do call them, you maybe have 5 to 6 questions rather than a question all the time, is a good idea too. So there's a lot of different charts that are out there. And I always say the chart really doesn't trump everything. It's your conversations and your intentional awareness that's going to really help them. Because, you know, if you just throw a chart at them and don't talk to them about, you know, are you regular? They'll, you know, what if they take 1 BioCleanse and they're not pooping, but then they go to stage 2, then they add the ProBio 5 and then they're really plugged up. So that's where that communication and education happens better over the phone, in person, or, you know, on a Zoom call. So like I said, it's not, our products aren't meant to be taken just by reading the bottle and doing whatever. It really is. And I tell people, you know, you signed up and you're stuck with me. So promise me you're not going to like ignore me when I'm asking you questions every week. Because I said, and I want you to be educated about what you're taking. Because if you're just taking a pill, that means you don't understand what it is and what it's doing. So I want you to understand after 2 months that, oh, that evening I take my ProBio 5 at night because it has the enzymes in it that breaks down the candida. It has the antifungal that helps get rid of the toxins, and it also repopulates. So I have so many people that say, oh, it's the low CFU count on the ProBio 5. I'm stopping. I'm going to a higher CFU. And I've told them over and over again why we do the ProBio 5. And then I have to call them up and say, well, remember, it's different. So this is digestive enzymes you're taking with the probiotic strains. So it's very unique as to what it does. And then they're like, oh yeah, I forgot. So, our job is never over. It seems like, because people forget, and that's why it's important to get into these events. And if they're tuned out to it and don't want to be in the events, then it's just up to you what you can do to help them understand. And the better educated they are, the more they're going to take the products. So, I can't get out of here. Oh, I have a graphic of the detox in there too, in this album media section. Oh, and yeah. So any questions about that? I can't get back to, there we go. Okay. Another thing that's in the albums area that's going to be helpful when you're brand new is, say someone can't afford the products. I always say, oh my gosh, this is perfect then, because Plexus has an open door. You can earn the products free and I'll help you, or we'll help you. So I've had people that can't afford the products, and it's such a blessing when they can get a few people to do it with them and they get the products paid for at least the first couple months. So here's some tools here for that you can send to people. This is the month of May, what exactly they earn. And then this is a nice little cheat sheet for what to do. Say somebody's signing up and you can't get on the phone. Maybe you're at a recital or you're at a ball game or something and they want to order now. Sending them this tool here exactly steps them through what to do, giving them the SAM 2020 code, making sure that they have you as their ambassador. And then this here is just a nice little tool that shows the difference between VIP and a brand ambassador. VIPs are still $9.95 a year. So that's on sale still. And then we have the Train Me texting corporate training, also available for brand ambassadors, which is amazing. Helen McFadden, did you guys hear her tonight? I got part of it. She was the trainer. And then there also are some tools here that help product consistency tips. So you can use, there's a lot out there. You kind of have to decide what works for you. And you're going to find every team does things a little bit different. So, yeah. But I don't even send like the welcome pack graphics anymore, just because everything's customizable, and I kind of go with what the health quiz says, and then we go from there, is how I'm doing it. But follow-up is key. And then as you're following up, just saying, and when they have their wins, saying, oh my gosh, have you thought about sharing this? Like, let's share this on social media. What if somebody out there needs what you have? And whenever we think, oh, I can't put myself out there, that's, I think, everybody's first response. But, and I had somebody tell me this once, it's selfish of you to think that way. She told me, I'm like, oh my gosh, but it's not about us. Like, if I wouldn't have shared 7 years ago, none of us would be here. That's just kind of crazy, right? When you think about all the testimonies that are out there because of one person sharing and consistently sharing. I don't think you should do Plexus every day on social media, but twice a week, incorporating, just like, I love that, taking these enzymes and probiotic strain at night that has an antifungal. It helps keep ahead of the toxins in my body, heals my gut, and makes me sleep better. Something as simple as that is a post that is attracts people in. Or just your pink drink. It's like, I love the energy in my unicorn drink and no sugar, all natural. What a blessing. It can be that simple, just making people curious. And I think back to, what if I would have never said yes to these products? And I know I'd be struggling, you guys. And that's why it doesn't feel like a job half the time. So I hope that helps with customer care. Let's just have question and answer. Turn your cameras on and talk to me. It's really hard to do a training with all the cameras off, just FYI. Oh, you're muted. You're muted, hon, Connie.
Okay, I'm mute. Okay, here I am.
Yay.
Yeah, showered. At least I showered.
I was gonna say, unless you don't have your jammies on or you're sitting there in the bathroom.
No, no. So, but yeah, I sent my new VIP the information that you had gave me for the starting. So I need to get a three-way chat with her though. So,
And you know,
started.
everybody kind of can just, you know, you don't have to use what I have, but that's what we have. So you may as well use it if you
Yeah.
like it. I know Leah's made her own onboarding, and each team kind of has their own that they've come up with, or just use what corporate has. You know, corporate has
Mhm.
amazing tools in our virtual office. So just digging in and finding out what works. But we have all these here, and I think it's pretty basic. It just needs to be updated a little bit, but I'm waiting till convention is over because I don't know everything that's going to be unveiled.
Announced.
What's going to be new. So just gonna wait till convention and then redo these if we need to. So,
Okay.
but yeah, so hopefully, is this your high school friend?
No, actually, my first cousin.
Oh, okay.
And she lives by me at the lake in the summer.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, so, yeah, and we're pretty close. We're 2 years apart, so, and
Good.
we've been close growing up, so we can talk about just about anything. So I'll be close to her this summer.
Yay. You can do
Yeah.
something together.
Yeah, and I do have my college friend too. Yeah, that she was gone for the weekend, but I'm gonna reach out to her now and say, hey, are you home? She really liked the slim microbiome activating because she got a sample pack.
Okay. Good,
So,
good. I think, yeah, we were,
Yeah.
that's what we were talking about. Good.
yeah, that's who we were talking about.
All
So-
right. Well, I was going to keep this to 30 minutes. I went a little over, sorry.
Okay.
I want to honor you guys' times. Is there anything else? Diane, do you have any questions, or Lauren?
I don't right now. Thank you for
Yeah.
going over all of that though.
Yeah, yeah. And
Good info.
yeah, and it's, you know, you're going to be learning as you, with Plexus or with any network marketing company, they change things tomorrow that they don't tell me about. So, you know, sometimes, you know, but I think as long as we have good customer care and we have the gut health kind of in sync, there's not much that we can't handle, right? Just, and you have great support, Lauren, with your mom, Andrea. I mean, we have a great team. I mean, we just have amazing people that love to work together. We have Kelly House videos that we can send people. I mean, from a pharmacist perspective, there's just so many tools. So it's just asking good questions and getting them to be educated about what they're taking. I think it's huge. I mean, and I've even said to people at the beginning now, you know, I do it a lot differently. I'm 7 years in, and I just say, you know, are you willing to work on this for a year? This is a year membership. And are you, you know, willing to learn about, you know, holistic health? That's what this is. This is aligned with that. You know, if not, it's really kind of a waste of your time and money. It really is. And they're like, yeah, I think, you know, no one said no yet when I've phrased it that way, but it's true. I'd rather see people in it for the long haul. And then our goal in a healthy living is to develop healthy habits along the way. And that's why we do the challenges and do all the fun things to support people on the journey of being healthier. So, yeah. All right. Well, thanks you guys for hopping on. I'm so glad. And I hope this helped. And let me know if you have any questions outside of this. Okay.
Okay, Marla, do you have a
Thank you.
minute? I have a question about somebody else I'm
Yep. I'm gonna
talking
have
to.